All right, now that you have your parser set up and it's grabbing some emails and your outputs are looking correct, you can head over to Zapier and start using that. I also wanted to point out that for your parsers, as you're looking at them, this one is easy to put your brackets in around each merge field because it's an internal email. So if it's an external email that you're kind of sending out to clients or to customers, you can do that. It might look a little funky to them, or you can just take the information that you want, put it at the bottom of the page. So I'll put it at the bottom of the page pretty often, where I just say like client info, client data stuff, start, and then put in the different merge fields that I want and label them and put them in brackets, and then I turn all of that white. And that's more of an old school kind of thing that you can do to hide it, but it works really well as far as the parser goes. So once your parser is set up in the way that you like and it seems to be accurate and everything's going well, you can go into Zapier and start to set up a Zap. So I'm not like affiliated with the Zapier, MaidCentral's not affiliated with Zapier, but this parser works really well with MaidCentral's emails. And if you need to take information outward and you want it to be more automated, this is a really great option. So the trigger that I work with here is an email parser by Zapier. So you'll just, type in parser here, and that email parser will show up. The trigger is a new email. It'll ask you to connect your Parser by Zapier account, which is really simple. And then there's a couple of things that I do here. We'll set up the mailbox to the one that you want to connect it to, and then you'll test it, and everything is set up there. So what I use this step for is just a couple of formatting things. There's 2 date and times that come out a little funky in the email. For scorecards, the first one is your response date comes out in date and time, and we just at most compilations are really just want the date. So we change the format here. I don't worry about changing any of these other settings. And then the test, we get this nice, beautiful little date. And then the other one is our job date, which is actually a really funky date how it comes out. It comes out as day of the week and date without the year. So we're going to parse it. We're going to format it into, our month, date, year option here. Again, not changing anything else. And it knows what year it is. It's really nice that it does that. The last thing that I think is kind of like a good last step for the complete basic option of what you want to output is removing this technician position, because you'll notice that the output from technicians is this big long thing. You've got technician position and then each technician plus their position next to them, and it doesn't look pretty when you're trying to add that into a spreadsheet or an Airtable or something like that. So what I choose here is we'll do format by Zapier is our option. Action event is text. And then to set up the action, our transformation is so text continues. We're just going to go ahead and set this whole thing up. So transform, you'll have all these options that you can do with text. The option that I choose is split. And then you can do split, or you could choose replace even, or I think those are the 2 best options for kind of what we want to do here. So I think split works really well. You'll take the output from your first thing. So I usually just type in output here and look at my output technicians. I don't need that twice. And our separator is going to be technician position, because that's that first thing that it kind of pops out here that we want to remove. And our segment index, I choose all and as line items. Hit continue and then test it, and you should end up something like this. So this is a good place to stop if that works for you and you don't really want to have anything different. If you're okay with your technicians kind of position changing each time, anything like that, you can leave it like this, or you can build 3 more of these essentially, one for captain, one for team member, and one for trainee to remove all of the different positions and just have your technician names. Either is fine, either is totally workable. It just depends on what you want your final product to look like. And then once this step is done, now you can add, update an Airtable. I don't think I have anything connected to this one, but you can choose an event where you update a record or create a record with this information. Add a follow-up to it. You can have it, do a complete follow-up and keep, or another CRM that you have outside of MaidCentral, and just kind of automating the process a little bit. So there's lots and lots of options on how to use your parser with your MaidCentral account. I hope this helps out, and we'll see you next time.